Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rahakodash, and double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elder brothers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered out on the four corners of the earth, prophesying in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Coming to you with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. This lesson entitled, I See Men as Trees. And throughout the Bible, you can find various scriptures dealing with trees, branches, and it's talking about peoples and nations. So I just wanted to go into a couple scriptures. This lesson could get very deep, but I'm just scratching the surface right now, so bear with me. We're gonna go to the book Mark chapter 8, starting around the 24th verse. Well, we can read down. This when Yahweh Shai was healing the blind man. He told him to go wash his eyes. So Mark 8:23, and he took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the town. And when he had spit on his eyes and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw aught. And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. After that, he put his hands again upon his eyes and made him look up, and he was restored and saw every man clearly. But before, the blind man seen men looking like trees. And this is the title of the lesson. I see men as trees. So let's go back over to the Old Test in Ezekiel 19. Ezekiel 19, starting around the 10th verse. Thy mother is like a vine in thy blood, a vein in thy blood. Planted by the waters, she was fruitful and full of branches by the reason of the waters. This is talking about Israel. These branches are different tribes of this tree. See, nations are like trees. That's why you have in your home, you got what they call it, the tree, how do you say it? The tree, I forget how they say it, but your family tree. So your family have a tree for starting from your fathers on down to the children's, the mothers, and it goes on and on. We are the tree of Israel. Verse 11, and she had strong rods. These are the tribes right here. For the subtle of them that bear rule, when we was in rulership. And her statue was exalted among the thick branches. And she appeared in her height with the multitude of her branches. This was when we was in rulership. But she was plucked up in fury. This is when we fell. She was cast down to the ground. This is how Esau about to be. He's starting all these wars. And no matter what lesson you do, you always can go back to Esau and all the things he got going on in the world today. But I remember a verse saying, "Sit down on the ground, O daughter of Babylon." But this talking about us right now. And this lesson is about trees. And the east wind dried up her fruit. This is when we fell to Babylon. Her strong rods was broken and withered. These are the tribes of Israel that fell out of power for the tree of the Babylonians tree. The fire consumed them, and now she is planted in the wilderness. We're in Babylon now, in a dry and thirsty ground. We are not, our seeds are not flourishing. We're not prospering under these other trees. They soaking up all our, we are slaves to them. Just like we here scattered out in Babylon the Great, aka America. Our trees are planted all over the earth right now. Pretty soon we're going to come back as one tree in the Garden of Eden. Verse 14, and fire is gone out of a rod of her branches. We wasn't in power no more. We didn't have power under these Babylonians, which have devoured her fruit. That's where we're being devoured right now under these Edomites. Taking all of the things we make, the things we do, acting like they did it. They devouring us, so that she have no strong rod to be a sculptor to rule. We fell out of grace of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is the lamentations, and shall be for a lamentation. Yeah, we mourning and groaning and crying because of the things we did. We came out of Egypt, went back into the land, messed up. Now here we is again. These trees are among us. This even goes back to Genesis 3. And 3. For of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, this is the other nations. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have said, ye shall not eat of it. You shouldn't follow after them. We shouldn't do what we got our own God, which is the Most High Yahweh. Neither shall ye touch it, lest you die. This is why we die now. Because we followed after the other nations and their philosophies. This goes all the way back. But this lesson gets real deep. Like I say, I'm just scratching the surface. Back in Ezekiel chapter 20, starting around the 27th verse. Ezekiel 20 and 27. Therefore, son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. He's talking, this is the tree we talking to right here. The Israelites. And say unto them, thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, yet in this your fathers have blasphemed me, in that they have committed and trespassed against me. We keep sinning against the Most High by following after these other trees. For when I have brought them into the land for the which I lifted up my hands to give it to them, we came into the land of Israel after coming out of slavery out of Egypt. Then they saw every high hill. We saw other nations. These are the trees we saw. And all the thick trees. These are the other nations. We saw them. Mainly Babylon. And they offered their sacrifices. And there they presented the provocations of their offering. There also they made their sweet savor. We started worshiping their gods and poured out their drink offering. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gave us to them nations. You want to follow after them? Okay, here you go. Follow after them then. Now you don't want to follow after them. Our people are so confusing. You want to follow the other nations, but then when the Most High give you to them, now you don't want to follow after them. Let's keep it going. I gotta go to the Apocrypha real quick, because right here in 2nd Ezra 5 and 23, 2nd Ezra 5 and 23, and said, O Lord that beareth rule, talking about the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, of every wood of the earth and of all the trees thereof, thou have chosen thee one only vine. So out of all these other nations, he only chose one tree. I believe this vine is talking about the grapevine. But in this lesson, we're talking about trees. These trees right here is the tree of Israel. That's the only tree he wants. We're going to stay in 2nd Ezra, I think it's 8. Second Ezra 8, 41. For 2nd Ezra 8 and 41, for as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground, this is us. Us men, we sow a lot of seeds on the ground. But this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai talking to Israel. And planted many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up. Everybody's not going to understand this truth. You have the apostles and the bishops, the elders, they all plant seeds, spreading them out. But everybody is not going to get this truth. Let me read that again. For as the husband soweth much seed upon the ground and planted many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up. Everybody's not going to understand this. A lot of people hearing this word and it just cannot, that seed just can't flourish. The soil ain't good in them. You got to have good soil. Neither do all that is planted take root. You cannot. A lot of people can't understand this truth. Even this about the trees, they can't get it. Even so is it of them that are sown in the world, they shall not all be saved. Every Israelite is not going to be saved. Every seed that is sown is not going to flourish, because 2/3 of our people can't get it. They still scoffing and mocking at the word. It's just not taking hold on them. Not this go around. This right here is only for the hopeful elect of Israel. Let's keep it moving. Luke 3:9. Luke chapter 3, verse 9. And now also the axe is laid upon the root of the trees. Every tree, therefore, which bringeth not forth good fruit, this is Israel right here, is hewn down and cast in the fire. Now, I just read every Israelite ain't going to be able to get this. Now, if you can't get this and understand it, you're going to be taken down and you're going to be thrown in the lake of fire. That's building up right now. If you look at the news today, nations is fighting with other nations. Pretty soon it's going to turn into all-out war. And that's the fire you're going to be cast in if you can't get it. These trees are going to be cut down and cast in the fire. See, the Lord, he's coming back. He's going to be that righteous branch of this tree. And I want to be part of his branch. Let's go over here to Isaiah 55:12. Isaiah 55:12. For ye shall go out with joy. This is talking about when we get in the kingdom of heaven. And be led forth with peace. This is when peace is going to start flourishing in the earth under our Lord Yahushua and King David. The rest of the 144,000 putting their foot down on all these heathens, putting judgment down through Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing. Right now, everybody is in mourning right now, because the mountains that's ruling right now is the devil, Satan, and his adversaries. Salakia, Satan and his side of the family, not the adversaries, the people that's on his team. And all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. What trees you going to clap? Everybody's going to rejoice. What is that? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice. Everybody's going to rejoice when the children of Israel come back into power. I think I got one more verse, then I'm going to wrap it up. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. But let's go back into Ezekiel. Ezekiel 17:24. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have brought down the high tree. Everybody is going to know that Esau is, they already finding out right now. But they really going to know when this verse hit. The high tree is Esau right now. He is all high-minded, proud, talking stuff on the TV, on the news. He big macho man right now. Let's read that again. Ezekiel 17:24. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have brought down the high tree, have exalted the low tree. We are the low tree. Israel is the low tree right now. Esau is the end of the world, which is coming up right now. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. This is have exalted the low tree. That's Jacob. Have dried up the green tree. That's Esau. He is that green bay tree that spreadeth all over so the sun don't shine on us right now. And have made the dry tree to flourish. We that dry tree right now. But in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to flourish again. Because we'll be back with our power. And to water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of your word. And I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has spoken and have done it. You see that? These scriptures are falling off the pages right now. Seeing Esau scrambling, don't know which way to go, because these words are jumping off the pages right now. Esau is that high tree. Jacob is that low tree that's about to be exalted over all the trees of the field. And the trees of the field is going to clap their hands, because this tree of Israel is back in rulership. This world was made for our sake. And Lord willing, this was edifying. To the next time I say shalom.